Hey everyone, welcome back. Happy Friday. Finally made it through the past of the week. Bitcoin was actually up today, which was nice. Miners were up as well. So nice close to the week, right? It was a rough week for us with miners and Bitcoin in general. But getting a nice Friday in the green was nice. Not much news happening there today. I have seen a tweet from somebody about Bitfarms purchasing Stronghold there, that the shares were getting transferred, right? The 2.52 shares per each Stronghold share to Bitfarms shares. So I don't have any confirmation on that. If you guys have anything like that, let me know. We also have Digital providing their fiscal year end numbers. We won't get into that today. I got to pull in all the data for it, so we'll probably go over that on Sunday for them. But the stock did actually pretty good today. And then not much else news for the miners. We do have some good news in general for Bitcoin. We'll look at that, and then we'll just get into how the miners have progressed over the last 12 months in operation side of things, and look at the enterprise metrics as well for the miners as it is currently. And we'll get into Q&A. So it should be a pretty easy day here. As always, thank you so much for coming in. And we got to do this. This is priority, not financial advice as always, for entertainment only. Do your own research. Full disclosure below that. And hit the like button, subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. But let's take a look at what happened here with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is like, how do I explain this? It's magnetized right now to the 200 simple day moving average. It keeps getting close to it, falling below it again, getting close to it again. It's actually above that right now. We'll see if we can stay above that over the weekend here. But I don't want any major price movements in Bitcoin here on the weekend. I want it to be flat. I don't want to have any CME futures gaps come Monday again like we have in the past. That's kind of what I'm hoping for the weekend. It's a nice, easy weekend. Nothing major happening here on Bitcoin. But Bitcoin was up a little bit today. It was up 3.59%. It was almost up 5%, I think, at one point during the day. It did fall back down a little bit, close to the 200 simple day moving average again. We are now above it a little bit here. We're up 0.61%. Bitcoin did close at 83,980 today. We are up to 84,505 right now on the new day for Saturday. So we're doing okay. Earlier today when I was looking at the charts and everything else, I did see that on the 15-minute chart, it looked like we were starting to finally get some kind of an upward momentum. You can see here, at least on the upper ends of the RSI, right around here, we can see price prior to that was lower, price was higher. I'm like, okay, this is starting to look kind of good here. And then when we look at it over here, over this time frame, it's gone a little bit more flat along the way. So it's kind of indecision right now over the weekend, which is fine. If we have that on the weekend, that's fine with me. I'm all right with it. Like I said, I don't want any major moves over the weekend here. All right. What else do we have here? Miners. Miners were up. MicroStrategy had a great day today. It was up 13%. Definitely led amongst, well, much better than the miners of today. But it's been coming down here for quite a while. So this is just a nice little bounce here on this one, right, from where we were on it. Let me pull this down a little bit. There we go. So you can see MicroStrategy had a pretty nice day here today, up 13%. Bitfarms was up a little bit more during the day, and then came back down. It was up 1.83%. BitDeer was up 5.83%. Cypher was up 30.33%. Cleanspark was up 3.64%. CORZ was up 1.73%. Hive was up 4.19%. Hut was up 7.7%. Nice day for Hut here. IREN was up 6.8% as well, so that was a good day. Mara was up great, 8.39%. Definitely a nice job there. Riot was up 6.98 as well. That's great. And Wolf was up 9.03%. Some of the smaller miners were up as well. Any was actually down, but the rest of the miners were actually in the green here. ETFs did actually a pretty good job today, beating what Bitcoin did here. BitQ was up 6%. BKCH was up 5.5%. DAP was up 6.46%. And WGMI was up 5%, roughly 5.01% on that. Taking a look at the network hash rate really quick as well. Let's see. Sorry if you've heard that. It was probably my kids dropping something on the floor up above. On the 7-day average, we are at, let's see if I can get to it right there. There it is. 825 exahash on the 7-day average. The 30-day average is coming back up a little bit here. So maybe there might be some enthusiasm in Bitcoin price going up here in the next little while here. Maybe next couple weeks, couple months, whatever it might be. Maybe that's why things are getting turned on here. All right, that's it for that. Bitcoin here for the month of March right now is only down 0.3%. Maybe next week we'll start actually getting into the green again. We'll see how that plays out. All right, one good news story that we do have here today is Kentucky Senate passes bill that will protect Bitcoin's self-custody rights with 0 votes against it. That is astonishing there. So the bill now heads to the governor's desk, and that's a good thing. Adoption, people's rights, right? Being able to self-custody. You can have it on your ledger, on your Trezor, whatever it might be, whatever wallet you're using there. You can also have it on the exchanges. I would not recommend that. I would say keep them, if you're not trading it, keep it off the exchanges, put them into your personal wallet there. But that's great news there. More adoption, more verification that this is going to be something that's going to be definitely for the long term, I think. Right? So this is great news there. And like I said, BitDigital provided their announcement for fiscal year-end numbers. I will get that updated for you guys in the smaller miners section over the weekend here. We'll talk about it on Sunday. And the stock, like I said, did actually pretty good today, considering all things. So that was good. We'll get into all the details on that. And then let's get into just a couple of things that we do have here today, which is going to be on the miners comparison charts, hash rate comparison, and other things like that over the last 12 months for the miners. Look at the growth that they've had here, percentage-wise and exahash-wise, and what their current status is of network hash rate and other things as well. So we can see here current hash rate, percentage growth over the last 12 months. IREN has done the best. It grew 343% in the last 12 months, right? But then that's depending where you were as far as your hash rate. Was it lower than others, and how much did you install? So they did the best. They grew the most here, IREN, followed by probably Riot, 171%. Then we would have Cleanspark, 150%. Sorry about that. Forgot to mute my phone. Let me see here. All right, we'll leave that off for now. I'll change that here in a second. But Bitfarms was up 148% in growth. Then after that, and I do apologize for the noise. I do have kids at home right now, and their friends as well. My nephews are here, so they're obviously having a ball upstairs. Cleanspark, like I told Bitfarms, I'm getting off track here. Hive was up 48%. Mara was up 109%. BitDeer 34%. So that's not too bad, right? A lot of these guys have a really, really good growth here. Anytime we can get above 100% growth is great in a lot of these guys here. So nice growth over the last 12 months. Exahash added, that looks a little bit differently, right? Mara added the most, 28 exahash here in the last 12 months, followed by Cleanspark, 24.7. And then you got IREN pretty close to that as well, 24 exahash, and then Riot, 21 exahash, roughly. And then you got Bitfarms, 9.6 exahash. Those guys here added the most hash rate in the last 12 months. Then you would have like Cypher, 5.4, BitDeer, 2.3, Hive was up 2 exahash. And then we actually had some that were actually down. CORZ was down about 500 petahash, and HUT was down 2.5 exahash on that one. And then percent of network hash rate here, we can see that Mara has the most. Right now, 6.8 as of February numbers, followed by Cleanspark 5.1%, Riot 4.2, IREN 3.9, and then everybody else down below that, as you can see. Current hash rate, Mara is the biggest, right? 53 exahash, followed by Cleanspark 40, IREN, actually Riot 33, and then IREN 31, and then we got CORZ at 18, Bitfarms at 15. Actually, this should be at 16. I don't know why that one's still not popping in. I might have not updated this chart here. This might be from February numbers. Let me see here. Let's take a look. That might change things around a little bit. What am I using? I'm using January numbers. Yeah, so I just got to go down 1 month. Delete. Let's go this way. And then we want to do this as a row. Okay, there we go. All right, there we go. That makes more sense here. So yeah, I knew Bitfarms was like 16 and Cleanspark was close to 41. So that's how things stack up right now, but it doesn't really change much on things as it is. All right, future hash rate growth. We know a lot of these guys still have quite a bit of growth here. IREN specifically, right around 20 exahash here in the next probably couple months for them. So that's a lot of growth. A lot of the other companies, we know they're getting like 50 some exahash, but we don't know exactly based on just what they've been reporting here. So we can see that percent operational future hash rate. We got a lot of these guys getting really, really close to their full, at least what's reported as being purchased for miners. They're fully installed on some of these guys are very, very close to that as well. And then we have some guys that have a little bit more growth here happening going forward as well. Bitcoin comparison, Bitcoin mined year to date here. We can see Mara has mined the most here, 1,456. Cleanspark, 1,250. And then you got IREN and Riot pretty close to each other here, with Riot having 987 and IREN 980. And then everybody else down in the 400s and the 100s and 200s area mark. And then year-over-year BTC mine difference, this is also kind of interesting here. We got quite a few companies that are below where they were last year. We do have IREN being up 149, Riot up 52 from last year, And then we have a couple that are close, like Mara is only down 18 Bitcoin per month. Cleanspark's only down 24, right? So those guys have definitely grown tremendously here from last year in order to do that with the halving event happening for them. And then Crim BTC HODL as well. You can see Mara has the most, followed by Riot 18.7 and Cleanspark 11,000, Mara or HUT 8 at 10,000. And then we got quite a few that are in the 1,000 mark, Hive being at 2.6. And then Crim BTC HODL value, right? Marathon's valued at 3.9, Riot 1.5, Cleanspark 941, HUT 8 862. So that's how things are stacking up right now over the last 12 months and year to date, basically, on some of the stuff that we're looking at. Lastly, here, enterprise metrics here really quick, just to see where things are also stacking up on, EV equals market cap plus debt minus cash minus HODL to their hash rate currently and their future hash rate. And we can see that Hive, Bitfarms, Riot, Cleanspark, IREN, Mara are definitely undervalued from where they probably should be right now, especially Hive and Bitfarms here, but there's possible reasons for that, right? Then we got HUT 8, Core, BitDeer kind of being way overvalued for what they're actually generating in revenue and things like that right now, but I think it might be forward looking more into their possibilities with HPC AI on those guys. The future hash rate, same thing. You got Hive, Bitfarms, IREN, Cleanspark, Riot, and Marathon being undervalued here compared to some of these other guys again. So that is how things stack up. That's all I got for you guys. So let's get into Q&A. We'll call it a day. And I'm a little tired today. I woke up at 5 o'clock this morning with allergies, sneezing, runny nose. So I woke up actually early and went to work actually earlier today. So I only had like 5 hours of sleep last night. So I'm a little beat. But let's get into Q&A here. So what you guys have to say on this Friday. If not much, we'll call it a day and we'll be done with this. We'll enjoy the weekend here. All right. See everyone. Riot is number one selling. Riot is number one. Sell everything else. Chris, you switch over back into Riot from Cleanspark. Let's see here. Yellow Gambler has, I said, with Bitfarms and Stronghold merger news on X today, fake news, I assume. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have any Stronghold shares, so I didn't see if that was being transferred over or whatnot. But there was some that were reporting on it. I haven't seen anything as far as press releases from Stronghold or from Bitfarms, so not sure what's going on there. All right, W Song says, take it easy. Heinze catch up this year. Hi, Heinze. What's our new price targets, Cleanspark, Riot, and IREN? That's going to be dependent on where Bitcoin goes. Bitcoin still goes up to 200,000. I think we can do very well, like maybe 3 to 5x from where we are right now. That's kind of where I'll be looking at. On the downside, I would say probably just a 2x. If we can get that, I think people would be happy. But I think as long as Bitcoin goes up, 200,000 plus maybe, then we could definitely see like maybe 3 to 5x on these guys, as long as they continue to execute and things like that. All right. Let's see. SK has a question here coming up here, and we'll have that pop up on my screen here in a second. There it is. All right. Will Bitcoin go up from here? We might still have a wick down before we actually go up. So there's always that possibility. Nothing is out of the realm that couldn't happen, but I think we are definitely very close to the bottom here with Bitcoin. We went down, what was it? Let me see here. From the top, more or less, to where we are right now. Maybe go back to the screen here. On Bitcoin, we went from that value here, more or less, all the way down to here. It's about 30% correction. This is what we've seen historically, right? About 28, 30, 34, maybe even a 36% correction in the past. In Bitcoin, I think this might be the bottom. Definitely looks like it here, at least on the daily chart, on the RSI possibly. But we'll have to see on it if that's the case. Only time will tell with us. We'll probably find that out in the next couple of weeks, I would imagine. All right. Let's see. Where do you see Mara as Bitcoin hits 150,000 end of year? So, I mean, we're looking at roughly 2x for Bitcoin here. Mara should do at least a 2x, right? They could definitely do more than that. They can do 3 to 4x, depending on the interest of investors there. We know that a lot of the institutions are buying into these guys. So, yeah, that's kind of what I would expect. But will that come true? That's anybody's guess, really. Okay, let's see. Tony B says March 18th, Bitfarms quarter coming up. Hope it's good news. So the quarterly results are coming up on March 18th. I did not see that. Hopefully that is the case, but I haven't seen anything from Riot. All right, Chris Sebastian, it is a fake, Chris. I love Riot. Number one miner, copycat still. Oh, okay. Well, that makes it tough. Okay, so you were never into Cleanspark then, because the bad Chris, the copycat, went in. Let's look at it. Now, Chris, I don't know if you're just playing with me here. So here we go. Fake loser is active again. Riot is a scam, just like you. Cleanspark number one. Man, that is yeah. I wish you couldn't have the same handle as somebody else. I wish you would have to have a different handle on YouTube. All right. B82 says, will you buy CORZ at this low price? I'm out of cash right now, guys. Well, I'm not out of cash. I got a HODL cash right now because taxes are coming up. Next week, I'm going to be getting the results of that as far as how much I need to pay in. So I need to HODL cash right now. But I wish I could be buying right now. I really, really do. All right. Jackie, if Bitcoin hits 100,000, would MicroStrategy 450 from where it's at right now? No. No, I don't see that happening. But I could be wrong on that. Yeah. All right. Let's call it a day, guys. Like I said, I'm pretty tired right now as it is. I got one more question here coming from B82 here. We'll do that one. Maybe a couple more after that, but then we'll call it a day. Question, but if you had cash, is CORZ a buy? Yeah, at this price, yeah, CORZ is a buy, I would say. So if I had cash, that's definitely one that I would be looking into. Yes, they extended out their projected timeline for getting things completed for CoreWeave, but still not too bad. I kind of figured that was going to be the case. I didn't think they could get it done in a year with some of these long lead time items. So this is still all right with me. Let's see, we got another more question. Not really a question, but Chris says, "Почему братья завше Cleanspark number one?" So get some rest, buddy, and Cleanspark's number one, basically, a translation from Polish on that one. All right. Yep, we'll call it a day, guys. It's Friday night. Go outside. Well, maybe not go outside now because it's late, but enjoy it. Spend time with your families. Watch a movie or something like that. Have some popcorn. Have an adult beverage as well. Take it easy. We'll get back into swing of things on Sunday. Like I said, we'll cover what's going on with Bit Digital there for the quarterly results. Anything else? We'll look at how the miners did over this past week against Bitcoin as well. And then we'll see what else happens over the weekend, if anything. All right. I wish you guys a great weekend. Enjoy it. Hopefully it's going to be a nice one from where you live and everything else, and you can enjoy it. Go outside, touch some grass, have fun, do something outside, and I'll see you guys then. All right. Thank you so much for coming in, as always. Love you all. I'll see you guys on Sunday.